I want to talk about the Reform Party in British politics. So one of the things that we've got, ladies and gentlemen, is an insurgency of a political party in the UK developing right in front of our own eyes. The Reform Party is growing exponentially in the UK, and it's growing well, ladies and gentlemen. But it's growing well, but what we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I just realized I didn't have something that I thought I had. What we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen, is that people are rallying to the cause of the Reform Party because we see them as disruptors of the liberal establishment. We see them as a wrecking ball to the liberal establishment that has brought this country to our knees here in the UK. And that's why we want to support them. Put your hand up if you're likely to support reform, if you get the chance to. Okay, two people. Right. But, ladies and gentlemen, what we are seeing at the moment is that Nigel Farage and Rico, what's his name? It's not Rico Tice, it's Rico something. Who's the other guy in Reform? I can't remember his surname, but his first name is Rico. What they're doing is that they're trying to become like the liberal elites, ladies and gentlemen, that we are wanting reform to be the disruptors of. And thus what they're doing is they're becoming a diluted form of the Conservative Party. Every time a Conservative MP comes into the Reform Party, it dilutes what the Reform Party could stand for, ladies and gentlemen. And that results in essentially the Reform Party becoming a recycled Conservative Party, a recycling of the liberal elites that have brought us to ruin. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to be clear, and I want to send this message to the Reform Party. If you become a group of recycled Conservatives, if you become a diluted version of the liberal establishment, you're going to lose your base. The Patriot movement is your base, and if you reject it, and you reject what it stands for, they can always go to UKIP. They could always go to other political parties. They don't need you, you need them. And what I want to encourage those of us that want to end the grip of the liberal establishment to do is to flood the Reform Party. Use the Reform Party as a battering ram to get into power. And then when you're in power, anyone who sucks up to the liberal establishment, like Nigel Farage is starting to do, now he's in Parliament, now he's in the village, get rid of them after we win the election. And I want to be clear, ladies and gentlemen, I want to be clear. Yeah. Nigel Farage recently said that if we alienate the whole of Islam, that we will lose in about 60 years. Because Nigel Farage is a liberal rather than a Christian. He thinks in terms of decades, but we as Christians think in terms of centuries. And the reality is, brothers and sisters, that we have no option other than complete victory. Because anything less than complete victory is not faithfulness to Christ. Anything less is subjugation under Islamic law. Nigel Farage thinks that the debate within the Muslim community will be won by moderates. All the evidence shows that it's going in the other way, ladies and gentlemen. All the evidence shows that his earlier statements in the year, when he talked about large numbers of Muslims not sharing our values, is correct. But now he's lost his nerve. Now he wants to win over the Muslim vote. And all that will result from that if he tries to follow that path, is that the Reform Party will lose its cutting edge. It will just become a diluted version of conservatism. Christians should not join the Reform Party. It is not a Christian party, as demonstrated by how Rico voted on the euthanasia bill. Christians need to build a Christian political party. Any questions on that topic, ladies and gentlemen? Going once? Going twice? Going 3 times?
How do we go ahead with creating a Christian political party without being called extremist?
We don't care about being called extremist. Like Christ said that if you follow him, people will say all manner of evil things against you. If we are following Christ, we have to expect opposition. Lots of Christians look for a way to win that doesn't involve opposition, that doesn't involve sacrifice, that doesn't involve conflict. There is no way to win without sacrifice, opposition, and conflict. And so what if they call us extremists? We should judge what we do based upon our desire to be faithful to Christ, not upon what labels other people give us. The reason why so many people are falling away from the church and not joining the church is because the church is not radical enough. It's actually by us becoming more radical in our faith that more people will join the Christian cause, not by trying to placate the sensitivities of the liberal establishment that are opposed to the Christian faith anyway. Any other questions before I go on to my next and final topic? Going once? Going twice? Okay, this is my final topic, and after this I'm going to get a drink, and if you want to join me, you're more than welcome to come. Right, ladies and gentlemen.